Hello world, it's me Stephanie, and today I'm going to be talking about a book I just finished recently, by recently I mean last night, called Midnight Sun by Stephanie Meyer. I finished this in 3 days, despite it being 817 pages long. At least my copy is. This thing is a brick. Literally a brick. And I finished it in 3 days. Because that's just me. Because I'm bisexual. Do both. Lol. Did I just say lol out loud? What the fuck is wrong with me? Anyway, I loved this book. This book is one of my new favorites. I love the Cullen siblings, and you get all about the Cullen siblings in this book. I love Edward, and you get all about Edward in this book. Edward is the whole if you don't know what this book is, it's the Twilight series, but from Edward's point of view. So you get to see his side of the story, and it is so good. He has a lot to say, but it is so good. I devoured this book. I went to a birthday party for one of my dad's coach's childs, and I read 200 pages of this book there, in a hammock, and by the pool, and on the couch. It was actually really comfortable. The hammock was so comfortable. I want a hammock now, but that's besides the point. I devoured this book. It was so good. I did not want to stop reading. I literally stayed up till midnight one night reading this book. It was so good. I just couldn't stop. I just wanted to keep devouring each and every page. It was so good. I didn't want it to end. I love that you could get Edward's point of view. Edward can read minds, so you get to hear other people's thoughts. And it's really entertaining to hear everyone else's thoughts, but Bella's, of course, because you already get her thoughts in the main series. Also, Edward can't read Bella's mind. If you didn't know that, now you know. And if you didn't know that, go pick up the Twilight books, because they're fucking amazing. And everything, but, you get to hear other people's thoughts in this book. In italics, you get to hear what other people are thinking. And Rosalie is so sassy and such a bitch in her thoughts. It's so funny. I love it so much. She is so sassy and everything. And I love Alice's excited thoughts when she wants to get to know Bella, and how sad she is when Edward won't let her meet Bella in for a little while. And you hear Jessica's thoughts. You hear Mike Newton's thoughts, and like everyone else's thoughts, and it's so entertaining to hear the other characters' innermost thoughts. It's so cool. It's so entertaining. These characters have some fucking weird and funny thoughts. It's so entertaining. I love reading about characters who can read other people's thoughts. I love writing characters that can read other people's thoughts. Because if you didn't know, I'm a writer. Speaking of writing, go check out my Wattpad. It's the same username on my YouTube channel, except for there's no space and there's no uppercase L. Check out my Wattpad shit. It's really good. But I loved the mind reading aspect of this book. It was so cool. I love Edward's powers. I love the fact that he could read Alice's visions, and you get to actually see them happening. Like, he describes them. You also get insight on how he used to live when he broke off from Carlisle and his family to go live as a vigilante, basically, where he was a vampire who murdered rapists and serial killers and drank their blood. Which is, like, really ironic because he became a vigilante. Now Robert Pattinson is Batman, and Robert Pattinson played Edward in the movies. Which, speaking of which, I wore a Team Edward shirt to see the Batman in theaters, and I got so many looks from, like, the Batman fans, and I was like, because I didn't give a shit. I was like, I'm here for Edward Cullen, and everybody can know that. Like, I don't give a shit. I'm the Twilight girl. Like, fuck off. Like, I don't care. I'm the Twilight girl here to see the Batman for Robert Pattinson, and that's it. Though I am a big fan of comic book movies, so I was also there because I like comic book movies. But I'm Team Edward. If you're Team Jacob, get the fuck off my page now, because Team Jacob is trash. And I will not accept any criticism. Do not post in the comment, but Team Jacob is better. No, if you are Team Jacob, do not comment on any of my posts. Get out. I don't want to hear it. I'm not in the mood. Get out. No. Absolutely not. But yeah, I'm Team Edward, so this book was perfect for me because Edward was the main focal point, and I loved it. He had a lot to say, if you couldn't tell. But it was so beautiful. I loved that you could match up the dialogue from the first book and this book. Like, you could see the different dialogues from it. It was so cool. Like, you could see a piece of dialogue and you can be like, hey, I remember that piece of that line from the first book. I did that a lot. I was like, hey, I remember that line. It was so cool. And you got to hear, in the restaurant scene, you got to hear the waitress's thoughts and how much he really hated it and how much he just wanted to spend time with Bella. And you get to see in this book how much he loves Bella, because he loves Bella so much. And it's so cute. They're in love, and I love it. I want to find an Edward. If anyone out there is a vampire looking for a 19-year-old girl to become their Bella Swan, I can be plain and boring. I can dye my hair brown and get extensions. Please contact me. I will be your Bella Swan. Because I love this book. I love this book series. This book series is my comfort book series. If I'm sad, I'll read or watch Twilight. And reading this sparkling addition to the series is perfect. I give it a 5 out of 5 stars. I give a lot of books 5 out of 5 stars because I have pretty low standards, but like, I don't care. Get over it. If you don't like it, get off my page. I just realized I'm off center this whole time. I don't care. I'm not refilming this video. You get to deal with me over here. Just showing off my Twilight. Maybe that's why. But I would recommend this book to anyone who read the first the Twilight books and really enjoyed them and really liked Edward. Pick up Midnight Sun. Again, it is a bit of a long read. It would definitely take the normal person at least 3 weeks. Not 3 days, because they're not like speed readers like I am, because my brain goes at like 300 miles per hour. Thanks, ADHD. And, but it is so worth the read. So good. Just be careful reading it around children in a pool, because you might make one of them sad by asking them not to splash around. I learned that the hard way. I still feel really bad. If you're watching this, child, don't watch this, because profanity, but like, I'm sorry. I did not mean to scare you or make you sad. 'Twas an accident. Just did not want you to splash my book. Anyway, I think that's it. That's all my thoughts on this book. I loved it so much. Please pick it up. Alright, I'll let y'all go, but it was so nice seeing you all. I will be back later with another book review of some kind, or maybe a tag sometime this week, if I feel motivated. But I am so happy to see you all and get to review a new favorite. Alright, bye-bye.